Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Haritha. My kunya is Muslim. Welcome to my channel. How are you? There are certain things that a woman can decide in polygyny, and there are also certain things that a woman cannot decide in polygyny. We have mixed these lines up. I do not know why, but I guess sometimes out of our own selfishness, we think that certain things cannot be decided, but it can. Not because I say they can, but because there is a permission in the Shari'a that it can happen. And there are also things that we think, oh, can be decided simply because polygyny has happened, but cannot be decided. Not because I say it cannot be decided, but because it has been legislated in the Sharia that you cannot decide it. So what are these things? The number one thing that a woman can decide after polygyny or in polygyny is to leave if she finds it unbearable. Polygyny is not for everyone. Polygyny is not bearable by everyone. So no matter how we talk about it from now till tomorrow, as all men cannot practice polygyny, all women cannot also endure polygyny. So when it gets to a point where a woman finds polygyny to be more of a disease to her than a blessing, she is allowed to check out. If it gets to the point where it's draining her mentally, even spiritually, because she gets to the point where she's questioning God, she's just not able to cope anymore, she can leave. Another thing a woman can decide in polygyny is to hand over the responsibility of the house 100% to you. You say, but she was helping me before. She was taking care of this one before. Just when I got married, she said she doesn't want to do it again. Yes, she can stop. Because originally, it was not part of things she should do. She was doing it, as a support, a form of support to you. Oh, let me support my man. Oh, my man is not able to do this. Let me come in. So, in which case, polygyny is not for a man who is receiving support from the wife, except if the wife is the wife who has chosen to just support despite you being able to handle it if she had not supported. So, in that case, she's the one who has just chosen to be doing it. So, yes, you can proceed to do what you wanted. But a situation whereby it's because of incapacity, even if it's by a percentage, and she's filling in, it means you have not been able to fully cater for what you have, for the family you have. So definitely you should have no business with another family. But in a situation whereby you are receiving support because you cannot cater fully for the house, but somehow you feel you have spare money to dabble into polygyny, and she chooses not to do anything anymore, she can decide it. Another thing a woman can decide is sharing apartment. She can refuse to share apartments. First off, I don't even think, to be honest, if we bring it to, if we're not even talking about it from the Islamic angle, from even the human angle, empathy, I don't think any man should subject the wife to not just sharing a man, but also sharing the space with the woman she's sharing the man with. I don't know. No matter, I don't know, Sha. I don't think any explanation would ever make sense to me. Don't do it, please. It's difficult already. I don't even want to bring in the regular thing of just put yourself in the woman's shoes. Like there's another man in the house, and you know that this man, you and this man shares this woman. You're living in the same house. You see each other. See, I don't even want to go that route because no matter how women say, just put yourself in the woman's shoes. Men would never be able to because it's not something that can happen. So imagination is different from reality. You just okay, yeah, I imagine it. It's painful. It's all a joke. They can't feel it because it can never happen. Imagination can never resemble a reality, unfortunately. So I don't want to go that route. But really, please don't do that. I'm pleading that don't do that because why should you? Why? I mean, especially kitchen. It's not like we are roommates or something and we have to share kitchen. I know it's this woman I'm sharing my man with, and I mean, once in a while, if she visits you, you visit her, yes, we can enter her kitchen, no, let's cook together or something. But like, she lives here, and me, I want my kitchen to be a particular way, and maybe she wants her own kitchen to be a particular. So how are we going to get that done now? I want my house to be in a certain order. She wants it in a certain order. So how are we going to do it? That one person will eventually be told to just let go for another. No, don't do that. Don't put anybody in that kind of situation. So yes, a woman can refuse to share apartment with her co-wife. She has the right within the Sharia to have her own space, her own privacy. You understand? So don't force her to share apartments. This one, I think, is a common one in Nigeria, where men, because there is a family gathering, maybe there is a family gathering or a social gathering, you know, all those men, especially the ones that like to show off, I have multiple wives. You're going and you want to force them to go together. You can't do that. They have the right to go independently if that is what they have decided. So don't force them to do things. And this leads to the next thing that she can choose, she can decide, which is trying to make them friends. How can you want to force your wives to be friends? If they choose to, that's okay. But you cannot force it. Do you understand? You cannot force it because they are not friends. Do you understand? They might get to a point where they become friendly and even probably even become friends, but by default, they are not friends. So don't come with that push to make them friends. They can decide not to be friends. She can also decide not to attend the wedding of the subsequent wife. For example, the first wife saying, "No, I don't want to be present in the nikah of or the walima to nikah of the subsequent, the coming wife." She can decide it. Do you understand? So, wedding, attending the nikah is not a compulsory thing in the religion. More so, not for her to attend the wedding of an incoming wife. She can choose not to be there. If you are lucky to have a wife who has the mental capacity to want to be present, that's good. That's good. But if you have a wife who does not have the mental capacity or does not have the interest to come watch you take another wife, that's also very okay. You know, some men will be like, but if I now make it order upon her, it becomes compulsory for her to go. Yes, it becomes an order, but why would you want to force someone to attend a wedding she feels would break her? Why? Except your ulterior motive was to break her. Why? Like, why? Must she be there? Are you marrying the other wife for her? You're marrying her for yourself. So if she wants to be there, fine. If she doesn't want to be there, please let her be. There are co-wives who don't even know each other. They'll be like, oh, I've not seen her. I know she exists. I know there was a nikah. I know there was this, but I've not seen her. I don't know her. I don't know if men really like this. I think some do, because they just feel there'll be no issues. Everybody's just on their own. But there are some men who, especially those ones with one big happy family, they don't like this because how can you not know each other? Like the two women in my life, they don't know each other, you know. But just pray that you're not bringing fire to meet water. No, are you bringing water to meet fire? Because while I go there, but a situation whereby, okay, you're married, the one you've married and the one you're bringing in are both, you know, human enough. Yeah, they would want to meet, not for anything, maybe to be friends or whatever, but courtesy. They just would want to meet at least. Let me know, okay, this is the person my man is rolling with. This is the person my man was married to before me. So yeah, the choice of wives you have or you made, the choice of wives you made. Does that make sense? Anyways, affect some of these things, to be honest. If they decide not to meet or because I've seen I'm in a group, you know, where there are a lot of co-wives, I mean women in polygyny, and the second wife is saying the first wife wants to meet, but me, I don't want to meet her. Let her stay on her own. I just want to be on my own. So if you go and marry so be ready to deal. Then we also have situations of the first time saying, let her just be there. They don't marry her, can't give me. So da da da. So if you know you're also married to kind of first wife, all the best to you. So for what women cannot decide in polygyny, but unfortunately something they can decide it. This video is already long, so I would make it in the next video, inshallah.